All right, if you're in digital marketing, you've probably heard it a million times. SEO is dead. But what if I told you it's not dead? It's just gotten a whole lot smarter. Search is changing at lightning speed, and we've got to change with it. Today, we're going to unpack the new rules of the game. So, what's driving this big change? Well, it's all about AI. Think about Google's new AI overviews or getting answers straight from ChatGPT. AI is now the first reader of your content, and it decides what's important before a human ever even sees it. That means all those old school tricks, keyword stuffing, just chasing backlinks, yeah, they're not going to fly anymore. And that's really the billion-dollar question, isn't it? In this new world, you just can't afford to get left behind. But here's the good news. If you're willing to adapt, there's a massive opportunity to leapfrog the competition. So what's the new playbook look like? Okay, so the secret here is a total mindset shift. We're moving from a game of just keywords and backlinks to a new one that's all about understanding and trust. We're not just writing for Google's old algorithm anymore, we're writing for the AI behind the curtain. The goal isn't just to rank on a page, it's to be the answer. And to do that, we need to master 3 new pillars: AIO, AEO, and GEO. Look, this isn't some tiny algorithm update. This is a full-blown revolution in how search works. To get a handle on it, we need to break down these 3 new pillars of optimization. Let's dive into the first one. All right, first up, AIO, or AI optimization. This is the bedrock of the new strategy. But what does it actually mean to teach the machines? The easiest way to think about AIO is like you're writing a super clear instruction manual for an AI. You're structuring your content so a machine can understand it, just as well as a person can. We want to spoon-feed it the information, basically. No guesswork allowed. Make it dead simple for the AI to know exactly what your content is all about. Okay, so how do we actually do this? It all starts with having a semantic structure. That means creating content clusters that show you're a real expert. Then you've got schema markup. Think of it like a cheat sheet you're handing to the AI to point out the important stuff. Clear formatting with good old H1s and H2s helps the AI see the hierarchy. And, let's not forget the basics. Your technical SEO still has to be rock solid. If the machines can't crawl your site, then none of this other stuff matters. And it really gets to the heart of AIO. It's all about translating what you know into a language that AI can actually understand and, more importantly, trust. When you nail this, you're not just publishing a blog post. You're literally building a knowledge base that the machines can learn from. Okay, so we've taught the machines to understand our stuff. Awesome, but that's only step 1. How do we make sure our content is seen as the best answer out there? Well, that's where our second pillar comes in. AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization. I mean, think about it. With voice search and those AI overviews popping up everywhere, people want answers, not a list of 10 blue links. AEO is all about making your content the definitive answer. This isn't about who can write the longest, most epic article anymore. It's about who gives the clearest, fastest, most direct response. So what's the playbook for this? Start by making your headings the actual questions people are typing into Google. Then get straight to the point. Give the answer in that very first sentence, no fluff. Use lists and tables that are super easy for an AI to grab for a snippet. And this is huge. You have to prove your EEAT. That's your experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. You've got to show you're a credible source. You see the pattern here, right? It all comes back to clarity and trust. With AOE, your goal isn't just to be in the conversation, it's to be the answer. Okay, let's recap. Our content is now easy for AI to understand, and it's shaped to be the best answer. But here's the final boss level. How do we get the AI to actually cite us as the source? This brings us to the last piece of the puzzle, GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. This right here is the new holy grail. With GEO, you're aiming for something bigger than just a link. You want to be the source that tools like ChatGPT or Google's SGE directly quote. Your brand isn't just a link below the answer anymore. Your brand becomes part of the AI-generated answer itself. That is a game changer. So, how do you earn that prime real estate? For starters, you gotta build deep topical authority. We're talking about creating entire content hubs on a subject, not just a single article. Keep your content fresh with clear last updated dates, and back up your claims with data, expert quotes, and sources. Basically, you need to make your content so ridiculously well-researched and valuable that the AI would be foolish not to cite you. And that quote just nails the new mindset, doesn't it? The prize isn't ranking number one anymore. It's about becoming so authoritative that the AI itself recognizes and promotes you. It's about recognition. So we've broken down AIO, AEO, and GEO one by one. But the real magic, it happens when you bring them all together. Let's look at how this unified strategy actually works. Think of it like building a house. AIO, that's your foundation. It makes sure the machines can even read your blueprints. Then AEO is the framework. It shapes your content into that perfect must-have answer. And finally, GEO. That's the roof and the curb appeal. It's what gives you the credibility to be seen as an expert source. You need all three for this thing to stand. Okay, let's bring this down to earth with a real-world example. Imagine you're writing a big guide for marketers. First, you'd use your AIO tactics, clean code, schema, so the AI understands the topic. Then you bring in AEO, structuring it with questions and direct answers for snippets. Finally, you layer on GEO by citing experts and keeping it updated. When you do all that, you're not just ranking, you're showing up everywhere. And this completely flips how we should be thinking about success. It's not just about page views and traffic anymore, folks. The new metrics are things like mentions, citations, and how often your brand shows up inside these AI answers. That's the real currency now. All right, so let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. AO helps you speak the AI's language. AEO helps you become the best answer. And GEO helps you get that all-important citation. Put them all together, and you have a roadmap to not just survive, but absolutely dominate in this new AI-powered world. So I'll leave you with this final thought. This isn't some trend that's 5 years away. It's happening right now. The people who adapt first are going to be the ones who win. So you got to ask yourself, are you showing up in it? Because the future is already here.